Welcome to Intellicide. I'm Anthony, and my partner in crime is Kyle Palmenville.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
So today we are going to talk about how to mint your own NFT, your own crypto non-fungible token.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I know that you've minted one. Kyle, why don't you go ahead and tell us about that experience?
I did. So I wanted to learn the process. So basically what you have to do is get an original piece of art. You know, that's kind of one of the tricks. Is the whole point of an NFT is it's like a digital certificate of authenticity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you sign it using blockchain in order to show that it's a unique digital item. And so one of the things I discovered when I was doing this, like there's a lot of people who use it for like digital collectibles, like avatars and things like that people use online.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the interesting things I found was that some people are using this for stock photos. But like, so there's a whole industry out there for stock photos where you can go out there and pay a few dollars and get a photo of whatever you're looking for, like literally like family eating breakfast, family eating, pancakes for breakfast, like specific things, and you can get a photo. The problem is anyone else can go buy the same photo. So there's a lot of web pages, like a ton of most of the internet actually is like, you see corporate pages that have like a picture of a family or whatever. That's really a stock photo. But what is interesting is that some of these companies or whoever are buying stock photos as NFTs to guarantee that it's a unique stock photo, that it's not going to be something that someone else is going to have. So like I was looking at one of these auction sites. So I used Rarible.com, and there was a guy on there that I saw who was selling photography, and it was basically just stock photos. Like he had one photo that was just a bowl of spaghetti, but the stuff sells, know, and it sells. But it's interesting because it sells for like cryptocurrency. So they do it with like Ethereum. Typically, NFTs are they're usually made using the Ethereum blockchain. So like one Ethereum is worth like $2,500.
Okay.
So like they put these things out there and it'll be like a half an Ethereum, but that's like $1,000. Like, so they're more expensive than a standard stock photo, that kind of thing. But yeah, less so than.
So, okay. So this piece of art that you minted.
Yes.
What was it and how much did it sell for?
So I didn't actually sell it.
You didn't sell it? Okay.
No. So here's the thing I discovered too about this. Blockchain and crypto in general is not super reliable. Like you can sit there trying to mint something over and over and it'll just give you an error. And there's no reason why. Like they don't know why. None of the sites know why. So you have to have a crypto wallet where you have your cryptocurrency, and then when you create the NFT, it's tied to your crypto wallet, so that that's how you digitally own it. So you use your crypto wallet on the NFT site like Rarible, and you upload your digital image or whatever it is, and then it applies the blockchain, turns it into a digital signed token. And then once you have it, it's in your digital wallet, and you can put it up for sale if you want, or just keep it in your wallet. That's actually what I did. So in order to keep something unique, right? Like I just took a painting that my mother had done, and I took a picture of it and made an NFT of that. So it's a unique photo. Nobody else in the world's going to have that because it's my mother painted it. It's in my house. Unless they come into my house and take a picture of it, nobody else is going to have it. So here, actually, let me do this. I am going to share my screen. Tell me when you can see this.
I can see it.
Okay, so this is the NFT that I created. Orange flower. And so this is, if I wanted, I could put it on sale. And actually, well, no. So that's the problem I've been having. I try to put it on sale and I get an error. I can't put it on sale for whatever reason. When I do put it on sale, what it does is you can either put it up for an auction or you can just set a fixed price. Like let's say I just want to sell it for 1 Ethereum. Now there's 10. So when I made this, I actually made a series of 10 of them. So I have 10 copies of this photo.
Okay.
Sell or auction off.
Now, did that cost you extra money?
It was not cheap. I will say that. And it's one of those things with crypto that when you're minting it, there's a fee associated. And if it doesn't, so like when you're minting it, it comes up and says, you know, like, do you want to proceed? Click yes. And it might just sit there and spin. And you can't be impatient about it, because what will happen is if you close that and then click it again, you're getting charged twice.
Okay. Is that happened to you?
That happened to me. Yeah. So it's like you have to just assume it went through.
Now, okay. So what happens if your PC goes to sleep or something?
Well, it'll still happen like through the blockchain, through through the site.
Okay.
Assuming that, you know, that's the whole thing. Like it gave me an error. So I thought it failed. But then I looked and it turned out I got double billed. And it was like, and then it like a half hour later, it just showed up. So, yeah, it's a little sketchy. But yeah, I mean, from here, the problem I'm having with this is then you have to go to your wallet, which I have on my phone, and you have to approve it. So it comes up and, you know, I hit yes. And here it just gives me an error. I don't know why. But yeah.
Have you reached out to Rarible and asked about that?
I've only been trying it this weekend. So no, I haven't reached out yet. They have like a forum that you can post on and ask about, but quite honestly, I want to try a different site, because quite honestly, the help on this site is not real great.
So you can mint this here on Rarible, but you could take it somewhere else.
Yeah, and sell it somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, why'd you mint it with the picture of the frame around it?
That's how it's hanging on my wall. And honestly, I didn't really care. I was just doing it to test. I didn't really care so much what it was, as I just needed something.
Okay.
I mean, the funny thing is, the other one that I want to do is a picture that my son drew that I have hanging up, and I was going to mint that into an NFT. So in fact, we'll walk through it right now. In fact. So if you want to, let's say you have a piece of art and you want to mint it. You come up here. So I've already like signed in as myself here by linking this to my digital wallet. So now I'm signed in to the site.
Right.
I just come in here to create a collectible. This time I'll just do a single collectible at a fixed price. And I will choose my, here we go. My son's picture of a giraffe. Nobody else has this. Guarantee it's original.
Okay.
And if it wants to sell, it can sell for 1 Ethereum.
For 1 Ethereum.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's going to put it in my Rarible collection.
Now, what's this other collection that's got down there? It had Rarible and had
create a new one, or this is my existing Rarible collection.
Okay, gotcha.
Or I create a new one if I wanted to.
Okay.
But I've already got like one going, so yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this is the interesting thing with these too, because it's digital. There's like a digital trail, and you can put in here how much royalties you want. So if I put this up for sale and the next person sells it, I still get 10% of that sale.
Wow. Because it's maintained in the blockchain.
Yep. So for the rest of the item's life, if it gets bought or sold, I get 10% royalty.
Wow. So if somebody sold this for like 100 Ethereum down the road,
right,
you're going to get 10% of that.
Yep. Nice, right?
I know, right? That's awesome. Now, is that the same for every site that does this?
No. The sites are different. This is the first one I actually created an account with. I played around with a few others, but I haven't linked them to my wallet yet in order to go through the whole process. But yeah, here let's see. Whoop, validation errors. Oh, what should I name this? Let me see.
Yes.
There we go. All right. So now it wants me to approve it. So in my wallet, I have to come in here, say approve. I'm just going to do it. So I enable two-factor auth on everything. I don't know about you, but so yeah, now I got to enter the code.
What's this wallet app that you had to download?
So I'm actually using Argent, ARGENT. There's a bunch of different crypto wallets you can use. Not all of them support NFTs though.
Okay.
So I thought that was, I used Argent and I used Rarible because they were actually part of the tutorial that I had gone through for how to create your own. So this is actually where like it lags, right? So I went into the app and I approved it, but then it's supposed to be sending me a code right now in my to my phone that then I need to put in to the app to finalize it.
The site is supposed to send you a code to put on the wallet.
And this is where it gets, so according to support, the blockchain is supposed to be doing this. Like this is all, and they make it sound like Rarible makes it sound like this isn't them. This all happens, this transaction then happens on the blockchain.
Okay.
So that's where the delay is.
So, but what I'm trying to understand is the blockchain is supposed to send a code to your wallet app.
Well, so actually, I think what's happening now is that the blockchain sent a thing to my wallet asking for approval. I gave it approval, but because I have two-factor auth enabled, then it's my wallet that generates a code and sends it to me. Like the Argent company is the one that's doing the two-factor auth.
Okay, got you.
So it's the wallet generates a code.
It'll eventually. So this is where it messed up at.
So the guy that I talked to at Rarible actually told me, and he was saying it like he was proud of it or something, like, "Oh, you just got to wait. You got to be patient." I once posted something, and a week later it showed up. I'm like, "That's terrible."
Well, right, but if I understand this right, you're basically it's almost like the way I understood it. It's almost like the blockchain's like token ring. If you remember how token ring works, right?
Yeah.
So you're basically waiting for your opportunity to access this blockchain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
other people are doing the same thing. They're trying to mint their stuff in the same blockchain.
Well, see, but that's the problem that I have with blockchain, man. I mean, and I don't know how old Ethereum is, but the blockchain, it basically takes. It keeps a record of every transaction, right? For Ethereum.
Right.
And so now you got artwork involved in this. So it's the reason why you need so much more computing power, why it takes up so many resources, etc. Yeah, like that's a problem, man.
Well, and it's less, I mean, it's sad to say, but the people who are proponents of it talk about how, well, it's, it's more secure and stuff. But in my experience here, it's not terribly reliable, which is a problem. If you want a monetary system, and I understand like you want to find something else to base your monetary system on, blockchain's an interesting theory, but it has to perform better than this.
Bro, you ever been to the Library of Congress?
Yeah.
You know how big it is, right?
Yeah.
Now, imagine the Library of Congress, it's got every book that was ever published across the world. And imagine it like, not only that, now, hey, we're going to start cataloging like people's transactions. Hey, I paid for a soda at Speedway and it was $1. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to keep track of that. how much big, like, at some point you're going to just have, it's going to be too unwieldy, period.
Yeah. So this is actually so these 3 steps is an interesting thing to talk about here. Right now, it's just approving it, right? Like it's coming through to me to approve the transaction through my wallet.
Right.
After it does that, then it's actually sending it to the blockchain to mint it.
Right.
This is the part where you get charged, and this is where I got double charged before because it was doing this on this step.
Right.
So if you get to this point and it's doing this spinning thing, you can't just like cancel and do it again.
Oh my goodness, bro. And you're tech savvy. So I can see somebody who, you know, also being impatient and not know what's going on. And, you know, it's almost like when you're checking out and it says, hey, don't refresh, don't, you know, don't exit out of here. I don't see that message anywhere on here.
Right. It's not warning you. It does not warn you at all. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's an interesting phenomenon. It's an interesting, but like, and this is what gets me is like all of the, like we talked about it before in our last episode where we talked about NFTs, right? And we looked at those cats, those collectible crypto cats that people buy. They're just like little cat digital pictures that somebody creates and sells, just the same way I did it with this with a photo. They create a digital picture on their computer and sell it. But those things they've sold over $1 million worth of the things.
Right.
Because those people are doing so many of those things on the blockchain and they're turning it into this industry where they're churning out like massive amounts of these things. I don't know for certain, but I'm wondering if that's contributing to this kind of performance. Like
again, when you understand what the blockchain is, I mean, seriously, like you literally just have something that now I'm putting my little bit of information on there, and it might not be that much, but your picture, how big is that picture that you just tried the NFT on? Not
big.
Well, I mean, again, you know, let's say is 5 kilobytes.
Yeah.
I like, right. That's small.
2.5 meg.
Again,
yeah.
Okay, it's 2.5 meg. That's just you.
Right.
What? Okay, so the next.
Now, let's say I was doing 100 of these or 1,000 of these at a time.
Right, and it's all on the blockchain. How big is that?
It's massive.
Right. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. No, you're not.
At some point,
I mean, it's there are. We've talked about this in the last episode, right? Like one of the biggest criticisms of cryptocurrency is the economic or ecological impact of all of that compute power that's necessary to go into it.
Right.
And that is a serious problem, and it contributes, I think, to some of these issues people have. Because if you look through the forums on this, and that was one of the things when I was looking through the forums for like when I posted the issue that I had, there's so many people having so many of those kinds of issues.
Right.
Like they got, you know, double or triple billed because they weren't patient and never warned them, you know, which, you know, to me, it was a learning experience. So I just chalked it up to that, but it's like, it was expensive to post that. It's, I want to say it's like $25 to post it.
Yeah. Yeah. That, I mean, you know, everybody's seeing, like you said, they're seeing these, you know, stories like the one young lady that her dad had took the photo of her, you know, standing in front of the burning house.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, that like it's a popular meme.
Yeah.
And so they did it. And I forget how much hers sold for, but, you know, it was at least 6 to 7 figures.
Right.
You read stories like that and everybody, oh, you know, I can just, you know, do mine and I can make that much.
Right.
Yeah, everybody's not going to make
it's a collectible. You have to have demand for it. That's the thing.
Right. And you know, that I can see where, you know, everybody's trying to jump on the bandwagon and right, you know, get their $1 million or whatever, but it's not gonna be that easy for everyone.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I thought this was interesting. Obviously, the blockchain is not responding very quickly today, so I don't think we're going to finish minting it this episode. But what I'll do is actually, I'm going to play around with a few other of those auction sites.
Okay.
See if I can mint an NFT on one of those other ones, and then maybe we'll show that to compare.
Okay. Maybe let me know, man. Let me know.
All right. So that was it. My experience minting NFTs.
Well, hey, bro, you know, I wish you a good deal of success on the next site.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say it can't be worse, because then it probably will be. But
well, let me ask you this: how popular is Rarible? I mean, are there ones that are out there that could be better?
When I searched for best NFT sites, like best NFT sales sites, Rarible didn't even come up in the list.
Yeah, see,
it just happened to be the one the guy who did the tutorial I watched used. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I mean, good luck, man, because I'd hate to see what Bitcoin's blockchain is like.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, I told you about that before. I set up a Bitcoin mining server once. I took my gaming computer, right, and I set up a Bitcoin mining program on it, and I had I have a decent video card and everything, but even it's one video card. And I set my computer up to start mining Bitcoins, and it started the process and started churning. And then it comes up and tells me, like, my first Bitcoin will be mined in 99 years.
How long ago was this?
Oh, I did this like 10 years ago.
See, and listen, I wish I would have started this, man, because I want to say when I first heard about Bitcoin, it was more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It probably was a good 12 or so years ago. I wish that I would have had started back then. I wish.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I would have just had, one or two, I mean, man, like, dude, that's a car. That's a very nice car.
Yeah. It's there's so many things, like, looking back, I mean, there's so many things like that I wish I could have, I remember I could have bought Apple way back in the 90s when it was, $12 a share. I know a guy who did, and he's retired now. So yeah.
Really?
Talk about kicking yourself.
Oh man, yeah, I'd be kicking you too, Kyle.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I wish I'd have did Amazon like that too, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, as soon as I finish my time machine, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Hey, man, you got to take me with you, bro.
Hey, actually, that's another idea for an episode we should do. Tell the story about the how I was born with bad credit. My time machine story.
Oh, man, yeah.
That'd make a whole episode by itself.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.
All right, man.
Hey.
Well, this was Intellicide.
Yes, it is. And it's good talking to you, Kyle.
It was good talking to you. Wish you and the audience a good weekend.
Yep. And we encourage you to like and subscribe. And yes. I guess we'll see you next episode.
Sounds good.
All right, sir. Yep. Goodbye.